my brother from the Fab Five, Chris Webber, name is in the news now. And Chris Webber has a video out now where a lot of stuff he's not happy about. And I want to say to the brother Chris Webber, man, do you know once your name is out there, all of these people who do these, especially the AI videos, they're cowards who are going to hide behind a credit card that you're going to pay lawyers to go and deal with, and it's going to lead to so many dead ends. I know what it feels like to be misrepresented when people speak. Trust me. But brother Chris, man, they gonna come up with, they gonna lie about this, they gonna lie about that. It's part of this world called the internet. You really can't believe everything you see on the internet that they say about people, but what the fuck is true? That's what we want to know. Is everybody off with what they say, brother Chris, about what's happening? Because people get information and people say, I don't like the fact that people say, oh, he talking about Corey and 5150. So we didn't say nothing about him like that, because I watched again what we said.
Yeah.
Chris, you said you heard,
right,
and we heard things about this, that, and the other. And I was talking about having people over around your wife, and I stand on everything I said. Because I wouldn't have no man in my house hanging with my wife. So with that being said, I would say to my brother Chris, who was, you know what I'm saying, phenomenal in college. He did, I mean, the NBA, he got his money, you know what I'm saying? What we want to know, since you're coming on the internet, is what happened, brother. And you used to say, it ain't none of your business, but I saw something where you was talking about it. So it is the business of the internet. Everything you put on the internet is gonna be in people's business, especially if you are a famous person that people want to be able to say something bad about anyway. Because I get people saying stuff about me, and I watch some of it and I'll be like, you're so off. What are you talking about? That's not even what happened. But whatever happened, brother Chris, maybe you should put it out there on the internet instead of putting it out there about the lawyers, because, man, you ain't finna chase these garbage ass pages of AI down with lawyers, because it's too expensive. The world is full of scumbags. They're gonna do things to not be straight up. They don't care about being straight up. In fact, some of them want to misrepresent the truth. We hope that you can tell the truth about what happened, because the truth is the truth, and if it comes out in bits and pieces, why don't you stand on what you did? Because something happened, didn't it? Huh? Something happened, brother. You know what I'm saying? Something happened, and it's out there. And I think it's better if you give your word about what happened instead of saying, you know, hey, lawyers on deck. It was good to see him again, too, because I ain't seen Chris Webber.
Yeah, real
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here goes brother Chris. A lot of us, especially people who are basketball fans, we know you. We root for you, but if you was smashing old boy wife, put it out there, because it's out there.
Yeah, we were the last of the, like, people.
People talk
it was
about
all
like,
over the,
man, almost everybody smashes somebody's wife, man. This is America, man. Ain't nobody straight up, man. The women ain't straight up, the men ain't straight up. But I tell you what, the truth is something that has no alibi. That's what I say.
100%.
Hey, you know, I don't want none of y'all to say nothing about it if you don't feel to say nothing.
I mean, you know, I know with ex-athletes, especially the ones on that level, a Chris Webber level, dominant, they're not used to, you know, just people having opinions, or they don't really understand the landscape of what we do as artists. We're just talking about public information.
Internet story.
Yeah.
And it was really
so-
out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been
We
out
ain't
there.
hiding behind AI. We
Nah,
right here.
but we love you. But as comedians, you know, we're sensitive, but we also have thicker skin than the average person. And most athletes ain't used to the level of scrutiny that we're, you know, that we.
No, but hold on. Let me say something. I ain't no coward, motherfucker. If you was fucking that dude wife while they was married, you a dirtbag for that.
Straight up.
You a dirtbag for that. If that's what happened. But I'm saying, like, that don't make me hate you, because I done fuck people wife. Huh? It's just I'm not Chris Webber. So it ain't like it is with you, brother. They this is something where they got somebody that major broadcasting companies have put money behind. So of course they gonna run with it more with you. But yeah, I mean, girl get smashed.
Don't get mad at us, man. Men that relationship with Jalen Rose.
Say that again.
I said, don't be mad at us. Men that relationship with Jalen Rose, man.
Man, what you say about
Him and
Jalen
Jalen Rose, they ain't seen eye to eye in years because of something that happened in Michigan with the booster.
Who ain't seen eye to eye?
Jalen Rose and Chris Webber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that I
heard
would
about
publicly work on that, because you brothers made history together. You know, show us who you are through the relationships, you know, you build and cherish, man. But all this hearsay shit that's going on with the shit we talk about on these podcasts, man, that ain't shit, man. We love you out here.
What about the sensitivity of athletes? It's crazy because I saw Jalen Rose on the plane, and I think Jalen Rose is a very pleasant individual. I think he goes out his way to be a good guy.
Right.
I really feel that about Jalen Rose.
Right.
But even though he was speaking to me, one day when I said something about old girl on ESPN,
Oh, that's right, because he was married to her?
yeah, I could tell it kind of bothered him. But I'm like, that ain't even your wife no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to bring up Jalen Rose, throw Jalen Rose's name in the motherfucking mix on some bullshit. But what I'm saying is, it seems like athletes are very sensitive about their business. But homie, if you messing with a Molly off ESP, you dig? Your business gonna be out there. Right. I love you, brother. I know Jalen Rose a good guy.
They said they made up. Well, that's cool. I mean,
I'm glad they made up, because like you said, they part of history. But, I'm just bringing out these sensitive athletes, man. Come on, man.
But I think what it is, Corey, too, is that just what you said. They are athletes. They're not. This is new. This world of internet and people having access to people's business or what they think is their business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
right,
they're not used to that. So even though they're sensitive athletes, I don't think they're not used to that.
That's the word, D.
Yeah.
The business they think, because their salary is put out there.
Right.
A lot of their business is put out there.
Right.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
now-
And we can't clash with people like Chris Webber and Jalen Rose on no sensitive shit.
Nah, hell
I'm
no.
never finna talk crazy about Jalen Rose or Chris Webber, because I would be lying if I didn't. Man, I was like, oh, it's awesome to watch these guys put it together. You get what I'm saying? That'll be some hypocritical shit. But we fucking hoes. Is that? Look, Doug Christie's wife would be considered a whore.
If this is true, right? Yeah.
What? We fuck hoes. If it get out there, don't hide from it, because it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Now, if you are messing with men, I don't give a fuck how great an athlete you are. You got to get... But I'm saying, ain't nothing to be ashamed of smashing 304s like the people who want the internet dollars to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's misinformation out there, man. You can't fight it off.
Possibly.
You know, athletes do it to regular people all day long. So, you know, that's who my voice is for, the regular nigga. Like, if he was smashing the plumber or the electrician's wife, wouldn't nobody give a fuck. But that nigga is a human too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
smashing
saying?
the plumber wife, you know, she like getting money from pipes. You know what pipe work? You know what I'm saying?
She was a wild one though, back in those how you say, those housewives.
Yeah,
Housewives
right.
shows. Wow. I don't watch them, but you would see those clips pop up where they're like showing like a big fight or something. I'm like, damn, what the hell?
Man, the internet is undefeated, huh? That's why I'm gonna give this friendly reminder to some of my friends out there that you can't believe everything you read, see, or hear on the internet. Especially when they're all lies.
That's why it is important to marry someone who believes in God before she does anything wrong to her husband. She consider not betraying God first.
What's up? It's Christina Milian. Have a great fight. Pop muscle.
Prophet channel.